you can do more. A promoter is a person that furthers, develops, increases, helps things to happen, conceives ideas, and encourages. You help other people get over their obstacles. You help them get over those external resources that they think they need to be successful in this. And you help them problem solve how to do it. So it's not just about saying, hey, we got this thing. It's calling them up and saying, hey, you coming to the thing? Oh, you're not. Why? Well, yeah, but we got to overcome that. Well, I know you can't, but we're going to do it anyway. I know that you got season tickets to the Astros, and I know that you've never missed a game, but you're going to have to on this one. Yeah, but you said you wanted a tree house in the Carolinas. And guess what? She went to the event. Did that event change your life?
It did.
It did. So why events? Because events elevates vision and eliminates negative thoughts. Fun little moniker there. But it is so true. Well, Casey, I'm a positive person, so I don't have negative thoughts, so I don't need to go to the event. Incorrect statement. Here are the 9 most important reasons why you get somebody to go to an event. You get people away from their distractions. Do we have busy lives? Do we have a lot going on out there?
Yes.
Right? And it's in here because you've got a little communication device. I've seen a lot of people have to get up and go do some things, and that's okay. It's life. That's what happens. But the reason we get to the events is it narrows those down, and it shuts all that noise down so that you can be fully present and in the right state of being of the event. It builds belief in the product, the compensation plan, the opportunity, and the team. So important to understand those things. It's going to build relationships within the team. Who had a good time at the mansion? Yeah. Did you get a little closer with some of your teammates at the event?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Are you like friends for life now at some of those things that went down? It's incredible how that can happen. That doesn't just happen hanging out at a Jimmy John's. Social proof. We are social beings. That's why it's called social media. It's why we have conversations and connect. That's what we are. We're a pack of animals. How it is. We want to see other people, because if somebody's doing something a little weird, you got to look around. Is anybody else kind of concerned about this? Somebody goes streaking through here naked, comes through that door and goes out that door. Y'all are going to raise an eyebrow. Right? Because it's not normal. What's normal? What everybody says is normal. When you see a whole bunch of people having a good time at something, you're like, there might be something to this. When you see 6 cars in a driveway, they got a Coyote sticker, it's like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. He's been trying to tell you for 6 months, but you got to see social proof.
Yeah.
Receive incredible information to become educated. Recharge the batteries. Maybe you've been in this little thing for a little bit. Maybe you need a little recharge of the battery. Maybe you're just getting started. It's like, how do I overload this battery? How do I fill it up to capacity? Events will do that. Defining moments happen at events. You've heard a couple of examples here today of people talking about the events they went to, and it was a defining moment. Candace was showing some awesome information up there on some key moments that really sunk it in. She remembers those, snapshot in her brain. You know what significant moments are. You've experienced those. A ton of them happen at these events. Leaders are born at this event. You heard that as well. David and Tara went to Chicago. Came back, said, that was fun. Watch what I'm getting ready to do now. It happens all the time. Me, personally, went to one of the events. I'm like, oh, that's how you're supposed to do this? Called up Dave, like, dude, we've been doing it wrong. Sit down, we got this thing. Boom. A couple years later on a magazine cover. Pretty crazy. That happened at an event. Major decisions in people's lives are made at events. Well, Casey, why do I have to go all the way to Vegas to get that? We don't know. You got to go anyway. Why can't I just sit here and just think about it quietly in my recliner in my living room? I don't know. But I promise you it doesn't work. And I promise you the event does. That's the best I can tell you. Why do people not go to the events? People will get invited. They never had any intention of going. Well, I invited everybody. They never intended to go to begin with. Some of y'all shaking your head. You know what it's about. You did not show enough value on why they needed to go. Ooh, that one stung a little bit, didn't it?
That's true.
They didn't intend to go. You didn't show them enough value. Extreme ownership. People have busy lives. I get it. Things happen. Unexpected circumstances are going to occur. It's going to happen. Know that that's going to happen. Ever invite somebody to come to a thing? You notice how many unexpected circumstances happen in that last 45 minutes?
Yeah.
I've had animals killed. I've had grandparents die. I've had parents die. I've had brothers die. They didn't really die. That's just what they told me. Because they told me the same thing a year later. They have a pattern. They never intended of going. They have a small vision. They're on that nice little circle out on the left-hand side, going for a walk, wondering if they're going to see anything different this time. They're not. They have a small vision. They're not creative in overcoming objections. This is the biggest one. People get in their head, they're going to go do this, and you're getting ready to smash that entire structure that they have built up around what they've decided they're going to do. That's what we call standing up for the other person. It's not an easy thing to do when you're stuck in your head, when you're worried about what they're going to think of you. I don't care what you're going to think of me. If I hated you, I wouldn't let you go. If I hated you, I'd let you give me that excuse. If I wanted you to be bankrupt, I wouldn't push you to go. It's just a different way of looking at it, the significance of what Eddie was just talking about. They're not hungry enough. Very first slide I showed y'all today started with desire. If they're not hungry, it doesn't matter how good of a meal you made. Right, Mark? So, why are you going? You're going to gain knowledge to free yourself and to free others. That's what you're going for. You're going to put the oxygen mask on you, and then you're going to come back and you're going to put it on somebody else. Does that make sense? Because if you don't go to the event, you're not going to learn the things you're going to need to learn sitting in the recliner in the living room. You can watch YouTube all day long. It'll have an effect, but not like the elevated emotion that occurs when you're at an event. When you're at an event, crazy things happen. You start meeting some people. You start making some things happen. If I hadn't gone to some events, we wouldn't be here. That's the God's honest truth of the thing. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I'm just looking back going, damn, if I hadn't done that, a whole lot of stuff wouldn't have happened.
Just water.
Just water, leaky eyeball syndrome. Actually, what it is damn filtration in this place is all jacked up. It happened in Dallas with Mr. Taylor when I was on stage with him. It hit him too. He's like, man, this dust. I was like, I know what you're talking about, sir. So, where are we going next? A little place called the MGM. Y'all heard of it?
Yeah.
They got a pretty good hangout place. It's fun. It's in Vegas. It's going to be December 11th through the 13th. Middle of the week. Casey, it's in the middle of the week. Yeah, okay, I get it. So, is it important or not? Desires versus excuses. That's all it comes down to. So, if you were to go online to networkmarketingpro.com and you went to the event section, you would be able to get your ticket for $447. If you got 10 people that you know, you could go get 10 of them for $3,700, getting it down to $370. If you go buy 50 of them, you can go get it for 14 grand. So instead of doing all that, what I would highly recommend is you get with me, because I went and bought $11,500 worth of tickets last year when I was at the event. Did I know all of y'all a year ago? Nope. Didn't matter. Knew y'all show up. That's thinking ahead. And here y'all are. Imagine that. Funny how that works. Now, you can look at this and say, yeah, that looks good. And you can have that little terrace that we were talking about that sits right here, talking noise in your ear right now. For y'all that haven't quite sold out just yet, that you're going, well, I've got to overcome this, and I got to overcome that, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. I get it. You know what that guy's called? You're a terrorist. And you had a thought, and did you win that thought, or are you running a program? That's how it goes. So instead of paying all these different prices, $230, reach out to me, and send that to me. And here is the best thing that I've got, and I stole this one gladly from my mentor. And there's a 3-step process on figuring out if you go into an event. Remember this one, Claire?
Absolutely.
Burned into her brain, and a couple of y'all have also heard this little comment from me, is step 1 is say yes, I'm going. Step 2 is stand up and tell everybody. Make that declaration on social media. If you're worried that you're gonna have to lie to your boss, don't put it on social media. Okay? I'm good with it. Because you know you've had a day where you didn't go in and you could've went. So don't tell me, oh, I can't go, I'll be all out of sick days. You'll figure it out. Because that's the 3rd step, is figure it out. Here's what a lot of people do. They do this step first. Let me figure everything out. Let me get it all organized in my head and try to control the universe on how it's gonna go. Get everything nailed down, and then when I do, then I'll say yes. And then I'll tell everybody. That's not how you do it. Because this is going through the woods. This is going up that little decision point, and then you can go left and do it the old way, or you can do it this way. And what's very interesting is when you go off to the right-hand side, you go walking through the woods, the unknown path. When you do that, some pretty cool things occur. The universe starts conspiring. You start meeting people. You start running into people. People in your organization run into people, and those people talk to people that talk to people that talk to people. And the next thing you know, you got yourself a pretty unbelievable, huge organization that's impacting lives all around the world. Even if you just started yesterday. That's how fast this can go. So, wrapping it up. You've heard a lot of information today, right?
Yep.
How was the training for everybody?
Woo!
Good? Okay, good. Does everybody know exactly what to do when they leave here today to build your business? I mean, absolutely. Say hi, she's got it. Yep, she's waving. You say hi, tell the world. Let me tell you how good this system is. I wanna, real quick, come this way with the microphone and hand this over to Mark and Amanda, and quickly tell me what's happened for you guys. She's like, you said you wouldn't. So I'm just gonna bring this to you. And what I want you to do is share with everybody, and you guys split it up, or one of you do it, or both of you do it, and tell everybody what happened in the last 31 days for y'all, and what you used to be able to make that happen in 31 days.
In 31 days, we had Pearl and Jay collectively together, and in the beginning, when I talked to David at first, he, told me the system, say hi, wave, have a conversation, pass. And I did for the most part, but as he says, I barked blueberries. But when I stopped doing that and letting him coach me, then that's when we made it to Pearl in like 30 days, I wanna say, because we started working off your leg. So yeah.
Let's give her a hand.
It's all her.
Smart man.
It's all her. I'm not, can't really take a lot of the credit. The only credit I can take is that I have supported her 100% and had her back. And it took me a little bit. There's a lot still growth for myself. I had to do what maybe some of you had done to jump on board, do your research, do your due diligence of figuring out everything that's going on. But I saw immediately some of the stories that were being told by people that we know. With that alone, that was it. I jumped on board, and she's a beast, and just went after it. She said from day one, my goal is by my birthday, December 22nd. Yeah. 1975.
Too much information.
See, I went too far. That she's gonna get the car. So we are, last month I looked at my back office, and I was on the 30th I was, 50%, I think,
Halfway.
50% to Sapphire, you know, so,
Rock and roll.
yeah.
Very good. Let's give them a hand, everybody. Great. Follow the system. So here's the deal. Talk is cheap. We can talk about this all day. We've been talking about it for 5 straight hours. Here's what matters. That's it. Kick over rocks or talk about it. I suggest that we kick them over. Because when you do, some pretty crazy things will happen. We're going to watch a quick little video here to wrap it up. It's an awesome video. I love finishing with these. But when we're doing this, I want you to see a couple key things. Compare as you're watching this here, you're all going to go, there's going to be oohs and ahs. All right, that's going to happen. When you do, I want you to compare the amount of practice, blood, sweat, tears, each of these people put into their little thing that you're getting ready to see here. Consider that. Consider the significance of what they're doing, because you're getting ready to be impacted by it. It's going to be like, wow, a human being just did that. And that's pretty cool. But think about the significance of that, and I'm not taking away from them, but take a consideration of the significance of what we do. And think about how much blood, sweat, tears, practice is going to go into what you're doing with our opportunity here. So bonus points, if you can identify the scene where the shooters are going to escort somebody to their little inner tube. You're going to like that part, so think back on that. And also bonus points for spotting the greatest water skier of all time. So with that, we're going to play this video and get rolling here on the show. And we're gonna get back to that and make it play that I tested earlier and it worked. Stand by one. Y'all all heard it earlier play, right?
Yep.
Okay, what the heck? This is so building up the suspense there, this is working good. All right, let's go just straight from the interwebs, stand by.
Midnight Tigo with some pencil up.
If Mr. Pinso or Joanne could come up to the front and take care of technical support.
Technical support, yeah.
Are you holding your chin right?
Stick your tongue out. Look at it, to the side. Larry called me like 3 times. I was like, is he okay? He goes,
No.
I'll be going to church. I said, yeah, not till 5. I was like, I'm still till 3.
This is so worth it, I promise.
Looks like that thing's heavy that he's holding on that picture.
There we go.
Get set.
No. You can't see it. They know that.
I'm like, that's so cool.
It sounds really good, right?
You have to start it over.